to go away from the pole. And folks, 10-4 drum MWR. It is going to be Anthony St. Mary Jr. on the point in the number 111J. Timothy Greenfield on the outside, the 73T. Row 2 is O.J. White out of Watertown, the 94, along with the 5 of Damien Bechler. Final row is going to be Michael Greenfield out of Evans Mills, the 17, and the 19 of Collin Bauter from Lafargeville. Remington Ham joining this field in his modified.
No sound degrees.
Taking a few quick laps. Got here a little bit behind schedule, but we'll be out there in the 350 modified heat races later on. 6 laps will be the distance, first of 2 for the Sundance Leisure ThunderCars. Green lights are on and we are underway. And Anthony St. Mary Jr. flights that 111 out in front of the field as he works his way down the straight lane. For the very first time, the turn of the 3-4. Good battle here between O.J. White, 73 of Timothy Greenfield as he diced up for position with the 5 of Damien Bechler and the rest of the field. O.J. White right there. Third spot, good battle going on there between Greenfield, the 73, and the 5 of defending track champion Damien Bechler as they work the next straight.
He's got to do his hot laps.
Greenfield just behind them.
He's late.
And it is a 19 of Collin Bauter in position number 6. Lap number 3.
OJ's in second.
Yeah.
They head up into turn number 1 and shoot down for now. Straightaway checking this battle out here between Greenfield and Bauter as they go at it for position down the back straightaway. That battle is on for positions 5 and 6 in heat race number 1. In the meantime, Anthony St. Mary Jr. looking to pull away, and he is doing just that from the rest of the field right now. Nearly strictly advantage. Bechler as they dice it up for second and third. Michael Greenfield right there behind him. Last week's runner-up in the 17. He's closing the gap quickly on Bechler down the back straightaway. Bechler in third. Greenfield looking to move up one more spot. He rides in the 4th position right now as he gets by the 5 of Bechler and quickly goes after the 94 of White with 2 laps left to go. 1 and 2. Bechler again fighting back on that outside lane. No change for the lead spot. That 111 of Anthony St. Mary Jr. He's checked out. He's in another county right now. That's how far ahead he is. The battle is on still for second, third, and fourth. As you see the battle right there down in front. White flag in the air for Anthony St. Mary Jr. Final time into turn number 1. Bechler trying to find a way by him on the top side. O.J. White trying to hold it as they go down into turns 1 and 2. Bechler gets on by now. Michael Greenfield shows some muscle on the top side of the speedway. He clears White. Now he goes after the 5 of Bechler for the 2 spot. Meantime, Anthony St. Mary Jr. no contest. He grabs the win in heat race number 1. Second in the line. Fifth, 6th will be Timothy Greenfield, and that wraps up heat race number 1 of 2 for the Sundance Leisure ThunderCars here at Am Speedway, and Anthony St. Mary Jr. puts it in victory lane, heat race number 1. Heat race number 2, ready to roll track. So going to be led by the 28 of Colby Hibbard out of Dexter, New York, along with David Rasmussen out of Evans Mills in car number 3R, row 2, placed in the number 60 alongside of him. Scheduled to go is the number 22 of Jared Gilson. Last week's winner, Corey Valade, in car number 21B, along with the 21 of Tony Frezzo. That's your starting lineups. 6 laps, 7 cars ready to go. 6 laps is the distance. Power is also joining this field, car number 113. Chief Director of Traffic Control, Mike Leclerc, looks the field over and says, let's get going, we're underway. Green lights on. Down back straightaway, nicely grouped together. David Rasmussen jumps to the lead. Jared Gilson. Corey Valade, last week's winner, has jumped to the tail of the field. He's up to third already, and we haven't completed a lap just yet. Meantime, as they exit turn number 3 and 4, boy, I tell you what, Jared Gilson and David Rasmussen got number 1 spot. So Corey Valade from here to the back of the field up to the number 1 spot in the completion of lap number 1. As they head up into turn number 3 and 4, it is Corey Valade in control. 22, Jared Gilson, David Rasmussen right there to challenge as Francis White looking for a big one. Third, also making his way up around the outside portion of the racetrack. Corey Valade with a problem in the 21. Slows considerably down the back straightaway. Everybody scatters to get by, but no problem. From the 21 of Corey Valade, problems down the back chute. Now he picks it back up. And behind the 113 and Ethan Powers. In the meantime, Collin problem. He's going to take a straight to pit road. Valade still a problem with the 21. Not sure what's going on with that race car, but it shuts down on him every other corner here, but we'll keep our eye on him. In the meantime, it's a pair of 22s going at him for the lead. Jared Gilson has it. 2021 track champion Tony Frezzo wants to take it away down in front across the line. Tony Frezzo to the lead. 22, Jared Gilson, Francis White, venture top 3 as they, and David Rasmussen at the back of the field. High side of the race car and nearly turned over in turn number 1 here. As he grabs another gear, keeps on rolling. We will stay green. That's what Tony Frezzo wanted to see. White flag in the air this time by final as they get up into turn number 1 and 2, Jared Gilson still there for second. Francis White trying to find the way by from third. Then it's Nathan Powers into fourth. David Rasmussen, Neil handling race car, and he may have some mechanical problems with that car, and he does. A flat right rear tire. He's just trying to finish it out. In the meantime, Tony Frezzo is going to take it straight to victory. Jared Gilson, Francis White, Nathan Powers, and David Rasmussen. So Tony Frezzo, Anthony St. Mary Jr., winners of heat races for the Sundance Leisure ThunderCars. Coming up next, slated to go, is going to be the Donnath Motorworks Limited Sportsman. Donnath Motorworks Limited Sportsman is set to come out on the track right now for their first heat race of the night.
That's less than what they had last week. Huh?
Two along with the 21 of Hayden Howard on Ham, New York. Road number 3 is Caleb Howard in the 90, another Ham, New York native. Alongside of him will go Patrick Kudrinko in car number 35 out of Westport. Brayden Bullock out of Paris, New York, and the number 20 will be leading for field. 13 drivers
Genevieve is in race
field here for the Donnath Motorworks Limited Sportsman. A lot of these drivers, graduates of the karting ranks, some of them still dabbling in the kart ranks while also competing in this class. And of course, throughout the 2025 season and many other seasons previous, they do not honor a track champion, but they do get honored at the season-ending banquet for perfect attendance awards and feature wins and everything like that. So still a lot on the line, a lot of pride and bragging rights on the line for these drivers at the end of the season as well. Sportsman, 132 previous events have been run with this division here at Can-Am. Winningest driver in this class, Paul Durham, 10 career wins between 2020 and 2022. As the 21 of Hayden Howard making his debut with us tonight. Ham, New York, is going on the racetrack, probably going at the tail end of the field. We mentioned 132 previous events in this division. have gone to victory lane in this class over the years. A lot of well-known drivers have won races in this class, including Eric Nyer, Jackson Gill, our modified winner from a week ago, Sean Shaw, Jamie Brown, Tyler Stevenson, Taylor Dockstader, Zach Sabaka, Amy Holland, Fire Swamp, Riley and Brady Gill, Keegan Nyer. A lot of great drivers have won races in this class. We've gone on to do some really good things in other divisions. So you could be seeing the next driver that could be making noise here at PDM. Green lights are on, 2 lanes to the Mason Rogers wasting a little time jumping to the head of the class as they go down the back straightaway. The 6th machine of Mike Durham holding on to the 2 spot. Eymarah Brown holding on to 3rd. 90 of Caleb Howard a little bit off the back straightaway, but brings it back on. Will stay green as Mason Rogers shows. Number 1 and Patrick Kudrinko problems here on the front straightaway. Pulls the 35 machine down to the inside portion of the racetrack. And not being able to get it far enough to the inside of the racetrack.
Yellow.
And he will draw caution number 1 of yellow lights are on at lap number 1 of the 6-lap heat event. First of 2 on the docket for the Donna's Motorworks Limited Sportsman, Patrick Kudrinko, car for 35B, Westport, Ontario native.
Moved by himself. Oh,
No, you have
Car
tires.
team this year for the Kudrinko Racing Team. Patrick's longtime girlfriend Tessa Reaver's getting behind the wheel for the first time in 2025. Patrick won a limited sportsman feature at the Brockville Speedway last year, his first career win, so far only win in his young racing career. Ran in the karting events for a number of years before making the jump. Only one heat race last week for this division. Denby Bartlett collected the win. White flag is going to be displayed. We are going to go back to green. Just getting started here at Am Speedway. Of course, we want to thank our great sponsors. Of course, we talked about Stewart Shops. Their ice cream sale is ongoing. Half gallons, $4.19 each, 2 for $8. And it's the real stuff. It's a real good deal. Yes. Not like those store-bought ones. Bobby Thurston gets done with it. He says it's not a half gallon no more. It's an empty gallon. We need a refill, much like a lot of us. So we're set to go. 1 down, 5 to go. Green lights are back on and we're underway. Eymarah Brown and the 6 of Mike Durham get into one another down the front straightaway, but they'll continue on. Meantime, and Mason Rogers driving away from everybody down into turn number 3 and 4. Rogers, Lafargeville, New York native, brings it off of turn number 4, back down the line, 2 on the board. For second, Durham and Brown trying to take it away as he went 1 and 2. And car number 20 of Brayden Bullock right there with him, as well as Brown again off the back stretch, allows Bullock to get on by in the 20. So Brayden Bullock now to position number 3. Bowman back to 4th. Howard trying to move into the 90 round down the top of the. That's Caleb Howard out there as they go to turn number 1 and 2. Howard all over the. Oh, and he makes contact with Bullock's number 20. Allows Bowman to sneak by both drivers down the back straightaway as they work in turn number 3 and 4. Bullock still a little out of shape on the backstretch, but collects it back up in turn 3. Keep going, Mason Rogers. Philip Barnes on the arc, steps up on the racetrack. That's Clothing, Inside Property Management, number 44. Bringing it off in turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Mike Durham on the back straightaway. Dust up the backstretch just a little bit. It's going to allow for Bowman to close the gap along with Howard in the 90. White flag in the air, final time. In the turn number 1 and 2, Mason Rogers looking for another Sportsman as Neil Howard and Eymarah Bowman come together in turn number 1, but they all straighten it out and keep on going. Checkered flag is in the air, and the win, the first heat win of his career in the stock car. Mason Rogers gets the victory. Straightaway advantage of the checkered flag. Second spot, 4 over the 6 of Mike Durham. Eymarah Bowman on the third. Neil Howard, Brayden Bullock, and the 21 of Hayden Howard will round out your field. That does it. Heat race number 1 is in the record books. Heat race number 2 will be set to go next, again for 6 laps. Brianna Berta out of Fulton in car number 33. He goes from the point in this one. Outside will be last week's winner, Genevieve Bartlett out of Watertown in the 11. Row number 2, Haley Brownell out of Pine, New York, 747 with Jason Barrett from Broadman in the 4. Grayson Soper on the number 76 from Harrisville. And Tessa Rebersma making her debut with us in car number 017 out of Mallorytown. 6 drivers ready to go. 6 laps is the distance.
She's not out there.
I think she's
There is
back.
Tessa Rebersma making her debut.
She's outside row, first row.
And, got some test laps in before coming to Can-Am tonight.
She's out there?
Yeah,
Well,
first row outside.
Oh, I
So
didn't
we
see
are
her.
set, ready to go. Coming up after this, we will have the first of 3 points for a plow shop. Dirt car 358 modifieds. Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman after that. And the Panther Frameworks Great Sprint Cars to close out the heat racing.
She's got a
action
different
here.
paint job then.
Yeah.
Huh?
No,
Number 2,
same thing.
2025 season
Yep.
of the Can-Am
I
Speedway
didn't even
Alliance
see her come out.
going on this season. We'll
She's
get
like a
into the
ghost.
schedule a little bit
Okay.
here tonight as Mike Leclerc turns a low score green.
Oh, that's a different. I thought it was green before.
No.
Last week, Genevieve Bartlett around the top side. She'll grab the lead as they go to 1 and 2. Brianna Berta, Haley Brownell. Top 3 lady drivers heading off into turn number 3 and 4. Grayson Soper, the 76, a little out of shape of the backstretch, but he picks it back up. Jason Brarick and the 0.
The car in second place is a girl too.
All 3.
Huh?
First, second, and third.
Solid
Third place, too?
Yep. Third. Gonna ground up, making her first start of the season as well as
She's
Bartlett
new.
brings him down across the line. Number 2 is scored, and Bartlett trying to continue as we had a week ago. Look for him undefeated so far here, at least in heat racing action. That is, he's got the lead right now about 5 car lengths over Brianna Berta in second. Haley Brownell doing a great job holding on to the 3 spot at the defensive line. 2-3 down, ready to go. Silver again for the back part of the top 3, all on his game. Jason Barrett in fourth. Tessa Rebersma, again, making her first new competitive laps at 07. Rounding out your field, 2 to go this time by Genevieve Bartlett. Parting champion of the year of restricted division last year on the hard track, which by the way opens tomorrow night, Saturday evening after the first of racing on the kart track. Here is Damien Bechler looking for some extra racing action to take in. Here in Lafargeville, come on out to the karts tomorrow night. Here on the small track, coming out of the grand stage.
Daddy's got her car running pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Genevieve Bartlett, again, picked up the
Now, what's her father? Which one is he?
What?
The same way as they work in turn number 3 and 4. Left car Tessa Rebersma right there in front of her, but Bartlett scoots up by on the bottom, and Genevieve Bartlett 2 for 2 in heat racing action in 2025. Bartlett your winner, second will go to Brayden Bullock, and Brownell third. Grayson Soper will bring it home in the number 4 spot. Jason Rare will round out the top 5, and Tessa Rebersma will complete it in position at number 6.
$747 should look familiar.
Mason Rogers.
747 should look really familiar.
Motorworks Limited Sportsman, Whitesboro Plow Shop, Dirt Car 358 Modifieds, ready to go next for the first heat on the night.
That's somebody else's car.
Well,
First of 3 heats.
I'd have to look at the old sheets.
Will be in the distance. First
747?
Yeah.
Going to feature Remington.
Who is it?
On a Robin in the 57.
I would have to look at the old Sportsman sheets.
Joining in row 2 is Willie Decker Jr. in the 9X out of Vernon, New York, and Franklin Mackin from Russell in the 3F.
Not listed.
Lucas Fuller in the
No.
74 from Edwards, along with Mac McCurr from Clayton in the number 20, or the number 11 rather. Rounding it out. Last year's Hoosier Racing Tire Weekly Racing Series champion for Dirt Car Northeast 358 Modifieds, that is Lance Willix. Lance also track champion last year at the Glen Ridge Motorsports Park, second in the Dirt Car 358 Modified Series a year ago. Top 3 in points here a year ago. And we are ready to go. Lance also one of the few drivers with a Sportsman and 358 Modified Track Championship here in Canada. Right now it's Remington Ham, Adam Roberts on the front row. Mike Leclerc has him in his control. Green lights are not on.
No, no.
Going the wrong way.
Yellow, yellow.
Lights are on. Lucas Fuller, 74, nearly got upside down here in the front stretch. So the driver is being told to go single file here as we see the damage on the Lucas Fuller 74. It will be a complete restart. Taking a look at it up here in our monitor, looks like Remington Ham slowed. Decker slowed as well, causing Franklin Mackin to get slow, and then Lucas Fuller nowhere to go. And Fuller climbing out of the race car, he may have a little bit more damage than what he anticipated, so.
I would think the front end is a little bit tore up on it.
Yeah.
Huh? Push them out.
You said push it. Something's wrong with the motor.
Yeah. Fuller.
Lance Willix making his way back out. Teresa, New York native. New York Marine Fabrication, Teresa Redemption Center ride. Talked about Lance Willix just a few moments ago. Lance, one of very few drivers to have both the Dirt Car 358 Modified and Dirt Car Sportsman Track Championship here at Canadian.
Going green.
So green set to go. Off of turn number 3 and 4, it will be Remington Ham, Adam Roberts on the front row. Willie Decker Jr., Franklin Mackin, Mac McCurr, and Lance Willix. That's your field. We're back to green. And Roberts just coming outside, leaving 3-5. Remington Ham in the middle, and even Franklin Mackin. Look at Lance Willix pick up 3 spots from 6th to 3rd down the back straightaway, and he's not done here. He's looking to go after Decker for the 2 spot. As it comes in off of turn number 3 and 4. Longer. That's the question. The way Lance Willix has been cutting through this field, he won't stay up there very much longer. Down across the line, Lance Willix will lead. You can make an off that initial restart. I don't think there's much
Yeah.
His way to the 3 spot. Then Cabrera got his first ever.
Where is it? Third.
Right there with Roberts as they exit turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Willie Decker, Franklin back in your top 5. Then it is Remington and completing the field in 6th. Back down to the line. 4 down, 4 to go. Well, into the straight now. And Roberts trying to find his play back by him up off the corner. Can't quite get the job done though, so Cabrera takes over 2nd. Roberts back to 3rd. Willie Decker brings back in your top 5 with Remington being completed once again. Down the line, Wilkes line down, 3 to go. Take advantage. Fabrication ride on a race in New York. 3.7 seconds. It's almost going to be 4 seconds. He's testing the waters on the top side of the racetrack now. He's coming into play with 2 laps left to go. Grabs the win in heat race number 1 for the ThunderCar 358 Modifieds, brought to you by Whitesboro Plow Shop. Heat race number 2 on track. Patrick Kudrinko to the 9 goes to the pole outside of the 21. Number 2 is Hayden Black with the number 23 of Scott Webb. Row 2, 39 Ryan Bartlett along with the 7 of Sean Shaw. And 4-time and defending track champion from Whitesboro Plow Shop, ThunderCar 358 Modifieds. That is Northeast Hall of Famer, Timothy Greenfield. So drivers set and ready to go, looking to set tonight's field for their 25-lap feature goal a little later on. Again, I want to thank the good folks at Fort Drum MWR for being on hand with us this evening. Set for green. Off at turn number 4, we're underway.
Yeah.
They work back straightaway. Larry Welling, Cameron Black, side by side for the 2 spot. Ryan Bartlett, Scott Webb, they're all trying to make up some spots for the main racetrack. Everybody going right around the bottom of the speedway. They work the next stretch now. It is still in control. Larry Welling has fended off the 23 of Cameron Black for the 2 spot for the time being.
I think so.
I think so. Meek's been done and then Meek's done and Fuller.
Yep.
Bartlett for the 4th spot down the back straightaway. Bartlett and Fuller wheel to wheel into turn number 3 and 4. Fuller trying that outside lane. Bartlett sticking the spot up. 2 to go. Modifieds is now complete. Lance Bullock's and Tyler Beach heat winners so far.
Done. We're gonna run this one.
2 heat races down. Third and final heat in the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 350 Modifieds. Hayden Howard, the 21, along with the 21R of our Danger Center. Make up row 1. Row 2 is Am Bowman, the number 12 in New Mexico, along with the 26 of Michael Greenfield. Row 3, Jared Gilson, Brownfield 66W. Is welcoming back Jordan McCready, Carter 28 out of Watertown. Billy Dunn. Happy 13th birthday happy 13th birthday to Lillian out there today. And when Billy comes back around, he'll have Lily on display as he's got the mud plugs on the number 49 with her picture on it. They had it posted to social media. I had to get that word out there. So, Lily, happy birthday to you, wherever you may be. Ready to go racing, 7 cars ready to go. 8 laps is the distance. Green lights are on. 80 Howard on the bottom. RJ Chris Center trying to find the way by on the top side. Can't quite get the job done. It's going to be 80 Howard out in front of the field. And who has wins in several different divisions. 4 to be exact here at Can-Am. He'll bring it off the turn and down to the line. He's up to 4th. He's trying for 3rd. He almost ran out of racetrack on the back straightaway. He holds on to spot number 4, battling with Derek Webb right now. Into turn number 3 and 4. Down across the line goes the leaders. It's Howard. Trying to battle with Derek Webb for position number 4. Webb trying to fight back on the bottom side of the speedway. Webb going right back after him here. Good battle going on for position number 4. Dunn can't quite find the one on the top side. That's still your top 3. Battle's still on for 4th. Derek Webb looks like he's got the advantage right now. He'll take away the 4th spot and close in quickly on our Danger Center for position number 3. In the meantime, top 2 broken away from the rest of the here in the big block modified Sportsman, Great Lake models, and Pier stocks. Like to add a 350 modified feature win to his resume as he comes down across the line. Battle for 3rd is a good one. Our Tracetta, Derek Webb, and Billy Dunn. Single line for position down the back straightaway. Tracetta washed up the racetrack, allows Derek Webb to close the gap. 49 and Billy Dunn right there with him in 5th. Jordan McCready rather completes the 5th and 6th. 2 to go. Starts to reel in the leader. He's got that inside lane working for him. And Bowman with 3 clear Sportsman wins here at Can-Am. Like to have a 358 modified heat when if he possibly can. White flag is in the air. The race for the win is not over with yet. Turn number 2 down the next straightaway. The veteran Andy Howard about a 3-car length advantage. Bowman trying to close the gap into turn number 3 and 4. Gonna run out of time though. Checkered flag in the air and Andy Howard collects the victory. We'll complete the rest of your wheel. And just like that, 3 heat races are complete for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car
Sportsman.
Modifieds. Race number 1 of 3 already on the racetrack with the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman. Here is how they are going to go up on the flank. Car number 52 is Jessica Bauer from Kingston. Outside of her is going to be the 17 of Owen Dyer. Row number 2 is the 44 Dave Rogers with the 88 of Bobby Harrington. Row number 3, Justin Gadbaugh, feature winner with us last year. The 18 along with the 34 of Aaron Dyer. Row number 4, Josh Reel, the 91. With the defending track champion Mike Fowler in 410 joining him. Gavin Isley in car number 18 rounding out your field. First of 3 heats on the docket for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman. Those of you getting here to the Speedway just now, we welcome you to Can-Am. Heat racing action already underway, completed in 3 different divisions. 358 modified heat wins to Tyler Beeks, Lance Willicks, and Andy Howard. Limited Sportsman, Mason Rogers, Genevieve Bartlett, ThunderCar Heats to Anthony St. Mary Jr. and
Showing
Tony
white.
Frezzo. Heat race number 1 for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman is on track. And that goes for you too, you folks on Dirt Track Digest TV. Glad you could join us wherever you may be. Again, those of you here at Can-Am, if you can't make it to the races here on a Friday night, but are able to watch it from wherever you may be, check out Dirt Track Digest TV. You can order it, watch the entire racing program online, right here live at Can-Am. Next week, of course, it is going to be the Mother's Day special, Dirt Car 350 Modifieds, White Whitesboro Plow Shop, Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman, Panther Frameworks Crate Sprints, Sundance Leisure ThunderCars, and Donna's Motorworks Limited Sportsman will be on hand with us. Race time is always 7 o'clock. So, green lights are on, 8 laps is the distance, and we're underway. Power to the inside lane, Owen Nyer on the outside lane as they head down the max straightaway. Owen Nyer to the point as they go to the max stretch. Bobby Harrington, who won a heat race last week, trying to pick up third. Nate Rogers. Rogers back there in position number 4. Even Harrington getting a little close out there as he comes and Owen Nyer gets into the wheel. Power down to second. Bobby Harrington. Four-time Rockville champion now to third, only for a moment, as Dave Rogers scoops on by. The world short track champion of the Charlotte Motor Speedway from a year ago moves up to third. Him and Harrington really having it out now for that position behind them. It is 34
How many of those Dyer's are there?
Justin Gadba, they are all going at it. All these drivers have wins here at Can-Am in their careers as they work in turn number 3 and 4. Meantime, Harrington retakes the number 3 position from Rogers as they go down to the 3 finish number 1. Back up to Green as they work in turns 1 and 2 for position 4 and 5. And Rogers again drives away from Isley, closes in on Bobby Harrington for the 3 spot. No change amongst the top 2. Owen Nyer has that position. Jessica Power trying to take it away from himself. It's a lot of ground to make it up. As they work in Bobby Harrington on position number 3. Number still for it. Eric Nyer, Gavin Isaac, Mike Crowley got a good run through corner number 2. Got around Eric Nyer for position number 6. As Nyer trying to fight back by on the inside portion of the racetrack. Fowler again trying to make something happen on an outside lane. Right down to the outside lane. Everybody goes back around, goes back upstairs, gets by Eric Nyer for position, now chases down the 18 to Gavin Isley for the 5 spot. Meantime, everybody trickles single file around the bottom portion of the racetrack, and Owen Nyer trying to pick up any distance until next one to go. Saturday night's at Rockville. She also finished 6th in the Dirt Car Sportsman Series point standings a year ago. And then down across the line, one flag in the air. Owen Nyer running up in the corner, 22 down the max straightaway. Straightaway, which is about 7 or 8 car lengths over Jessica Power. Checkered flag is in the air and no contest at the front of the field. Owen Nyer will go to victory lane. Heat race number 1 belongs to Nyer. Second will go to Power. Third to Harrington.
Heat race number 2.
Heads up start tonight for our Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman, as last week was the Dirt Car Sportsman Series race for the North region, so did not count official track points. Last week's winner, Tyler Corcoran, for the 2nd straight year, he won the season opener. He leads the lane 64, outside will be the 621 of Trevor Gibbons. Run number 2 is the 54 of Brayden Howard, 92 of Craig Sibley. This will be the car that Jen will be driving when the Powder Pup happens in late August. Looking forward to that. Gillenmore, 35D inside of row number 3 with Gordon Clare, car number 22. Boarded out of St. Edmund, Quebec. Calder Rudder. Car number 1 along with 32, Ryan Shanahan and Steve Robertson, 5R out of Harrisville, New York. 9 drivers ready to go, 8 laps the distance, second of 3 heats. Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman. Mike Leclerc turns the field loose and we're green. And the turn number 1 and 2, Tyler Corcoran.
11 cars from Canada this one.
Down the back straightaway. Trevor Gibbons up to second, Brayden Howard, Frank Sibley, and Dylan Moore. That's the top 5 as they sprint out single file. Sibley steps on the line, trying to find the way towards the front of the field. Dylan Moore leading up into turn number 1 and 2. Corcoran, your race leader. 60-20 Gibbons holding on to second. Brady Howard closing the gap. Brady Howard 5 wins last year in novice portion, and Frank Sibley heads off the racetrack. Problems in the 902. It's Corcoran, Gibbons, Brady Howard, Dylan Moore, and now Gordon Clare jumps up to the 5 spot as they head down the back straightaway off of turn number 2. Meantime, Paul the Rudder, he dusts up the back straightaway, allows Ryan Shanahan to get through with Steve Roberts completing the rest of the field. 3 down, 5 to go. Turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Healthy advantage right now over in the 621 of Trevor Gibbons, who's having a solid day so far. About 1.5 seconds is the sprint between the top 2 of Corcoran and Gibbons as they come down to the line. 4 down, 4 more to go. Brayden Howard still third. Top 5. As Ryan Shanahan, the 1, Paul the Rudder, the 5, and Steve Roberts complete the rest of your running order. Come down into turn number 3 and 4. Lap 5 goes up on the board. Tyler Corcoran. 4-time Frank Sibley. Also 2-time winner of the John. 17 career wins in his Can-Am career. Puts him in a tie for 6th on the all-time list, including that win a week ago. Corcoran has the lead. Healthy advantage right now with 2 laps left to go. Trevor Gibbons still second. Brady Howard. Solid night today so far. He's up the fourth battle on the 5 spot. Ryan Shanahan and Gordon Clare having at it for position as they hustle down the back straightaway. White flag in the air for Tyler Corcoran. That lead for Tyler Corcoran again is just over 3 seconds. Central Square. 4-time Frank champion brings it down into turn number 3 and 4. Experimenting a little bit, running that outside lane on the final lap. No challenge from behind. Tyler Corcoran does it in the street. Number 2, he'll grab the win. Trevor Gibbons does it over and second goal line. 54 of Brady Howard. Ryan Shanahan by about 6 inches or so. Dylan Moore, Gordon Clare, Paul the Rudder, and Steve Roberts will complete the rest of the field, and that does it. Race number 2 is complete. The Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman Heat Race number 3. Ready to roll trackside. Third final heat for the Sportsman. It will be last week's runner-up Richard Murtaugh, car number 33, along with Brayden Moore in the 35 heat. Row 2, Tyler Stevenson, the Fox 28, with Keegan Dyer, the 34K. Row number 3, Ian the Cook, the 14, along with Jonathan Murphy on a car the 652. Frank Brickwell, 707, with Logan Brown in the number 9, and Chris Hale from Napanee in car number 79. Chris Hale, good to see him back with us on a Napanee in the 79. Chris, a graduate of the street stock ranks. He did a lot of running at the Oswego Speedway, won a lot of big races up there. Did some running in the vintage modifieds as well. So good to see Chris here tonight in the Dirt Car Sportsman, brought to you by Bob Johnson Auto Group. Those who are just getting to the Speedway, glad you could join us here tonight as we're set ready to go. Heat race number 3, third final one for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman in VR3. Quickly to 1 and 2. It is going to be the 33 of Richard Murtaugh out in front of the field as they head up into turn number 3 and 4, down the line for lap number 1. Tyler Stevenson, feature winner with us last season, full time the second. Brayden Bullock in the third. Jonathan Murphy is in the Cook. Does end up trying to go after him down the back straightaway for a top 5 spot as he battles wheel to wheel with the 62 pick up the spot. Meantime, up at the front of the field, still Richard Murtaugh. Tyler Stevenson, Brayden Bullock, your top three as they work down the bank straightaway. Meanwhile, Murtaugh running strong at the head of the class, coming down across the line this time by. He was just under 1 second at that time by. 1 second. Stevenson as we watch the battle here for the 4th spot. Keegan Dyer on the top side. Camden Cook right there with him. A couple of former drivers in the limited Sportsman ranks going at it here. Into turn number 3 and 4, Keegan Dyer trying to get the spot away. Camden Cook bouncing through the bottom 14 racetrack. He'll hold the 4th spot. Dyer through the back after. Final heat for the Bob Johnson Auto Group ThunderCar Sportsman. And the Frameworks Great Sprint Cars ready to go next for their first of 2 heat races on the night. In the meantime, Richard Murtaugh still in control. Slowly, as Tyler Stevenson reeling him in. 1.1 seconds in the advantage right now. Murtaugh still a little better quarter that time. Turn number 2 down the back stretch. Brayden Bullock on Mike Carling's behind the top 2 in 3rd. Then it's Camden Cook, Keegan Dyer, Jonathan Murphy, Greg Brinklow, Chris Hale, and Logan Brown. 2 to go. Richard Murtaugh in that number 5 machine. Great season for him this year. On the ThunderCar Sportsman Series a year ago at Heats For in the League of Legends Raceway. As they make their way up off the turn, number 3 and 4, the white flag is in the air. Final trip around the Speedway for Richard Murtaugh. He'll set it up into turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Tyler Stevenson giving position number 2, but he's run out of time. Checkered flag is in the air, this time by, and Richard Murtaugh trying to get some redemption after last week's runner-up finish. He'll grab the win in heat race number 3. On down ThunderCar Sportsman. Logan Brown, and that will do it for the Bob Johnson 1 year ago. So that does it. Bob Johnson Auto Group ThunderCar Sportsman heats are complete. Again, heads up start for them tonight, so could be another Tyler Parker and Richard Murtaugh battle for the win, but we'll have to wait and see as the first of 2 heats in the Panther Frameworks Great Sprints ready to go. They're all out on the racetrack. Rachel Zacharias scheduled to go on the pole, 71, along with the 89 of Chad Kramer. Row 2, George Sanford, the 25, 27, and Nick Webb. Row 3 is Andrew Hennessy's 87, 72. Last week's winner, Bruno Richard, and Patrick Nolan out of Paris, New York, in car number 0. That's your starting lineup. First of 2 heats on the docket for the Panther Frameworks Great Sprint Cars. Drivers a couple laps to get some heat the motors here, and we'll be just about set to go. Again, 50/50 tickets are on sale. Our 50/50 sellers working their way through the grandstand area. Anytime during the night, we're drawing that 50/50 ticket
good.
Feature go.
Oh. Yeah, it'll be warmed up by now.
That's one that we were looking for.
Well, they're going to give him a lap.
The yellow one. White.
So white flag is displayed. We will be set to go racing here momentarily in 6 laps. Will be the scheduled distance. First of 2 heats. Panther Framework straight sprint cars. They are ready to go. Again, kart racing action opens tomorrow night on the track behind the main grandstand area. Hopefully you can join us there as well. And right now, we're looking to settle heat race number 1 of 2 for the Panther Framework straight sprint car. As they work the back straightaway, it is Chad Kramer out in front. Rachel Zacharias, Bruno Richard, the top 3, Andrew Hennessy moving to the field as Kramer wide off the turn. Green going down the straight to the lead. Richard takes it over as they go to turn number 1 and 2. There is Bruno Richard to the point. And Chad Kramer, Rachel Zacharias, they dust the back straightaway up. That'll allow for Andrew Hennessy to scoot by to the 3 spot. Andrew Hennessy not done there either. He's going to go after Kramer on the 2 spot. Here at the Am Speedway. Again, I want to thank you folks that support from MWR for being on hand with us tonight, and we'll talk about some of our great sponsors as well for during our intermission time. Drivers will be set to get lined up in their spots where they need to be. straight sprint car class. 33 total feature events have been run in this division. 8 different drivers have gone to victory lane. Josh Bird Jr., the all-time winningest driver in this class, 15 feature wins. Keep in mind, we've had 33 features contested here in this class. That's how good he's been over the last 3 years. Tucker Donovan with 5 career wins.
One
Andrew
way is
Hennessy
not
with 4.
working.
Logan Christopher with 3. Bruno Richard got his second a week ago. Jordan Bennett with 2. Tucker Chapman Jr. has 1. Jonah Mutton won the very first one, being the 6th of 2022.
What's his name hasn't been here?
So just getting the drivers
Yeah.
lined up and ready to go, and we will be set to get this final heat race of the night underway. White flag is in the air. Team Director of Traffic Control, Mike Bechler, will turn them loose next time by. Feature racing will be coming up later on after intermission.
Good intermission. Let's keep going.
They gotta do track
So
work.
again, karting
Yes.
action ready to go.
Track
10
work.
divisions in
Pack the
total.
top. Oh, they're doing good time.
Yeah, they are.
5 o'clock start time tomorrow on the car track.
5 after 8.
Vision
Done.
Power, Bobby Thurston Jr. And look what you created. All your green is out, run away. Josh Brewer Jr. went from
Whoa.
4th to 2nd to 3rd. He's to the lead now. As he hit the back straight away.
Man, he
And
didn't
car
waste
is
any time.